students, how are you today? Welcome to Group C, lesson number 12. Today is the very last day, the very last lesson of our Math Mastery Online series, and it is coming to an end. But don't be sad, okay? We will have more next year. And for those of you who are joining CMO X, I'll see you in Bali. Okay? So, everyone, today, I hope all of you have already completed your final assessment because remember, once the lesson begins, we are going to go through all the answers of your final assessment. So, can you type in the chat? How many of you have already completed your final assessment? Let me know. Hello, Hua Ying. Hello, Bima. Very good. How many of you have already completed your final assessment? Can you type in the chat, please? So, students, because I'm going to go through the answers very soon, right? We will have to turn off the final assessment. And later on, we'll invite Mr. Terry Chu to finalize the results and to announce the top 10 students and also the top team. Okay? So right now, what I'm going to do is I am going to turn off the quiz. All right, we have turned off the quiz. Wait, hold on. Yes, it's off already. So students, if you refresh your page, you will realize that it is no longer possible to click on the blue button to do your quiz. Okay? Because I've just turned it off. Hello, hi Ulysses. You start before, it says it's blocked when I start before class. Really? Then how come the rest of them can do it? Mm, what? Ema says yes, finish cause of error. Okay, I tell you what, if let's say some of you couldn't do it, I'm going to turn it on right now. I'm going to turn it on right now. Okay, this is your last chance. Your last chance. Okay, I'm going to turn it on right now. You click the button to do the quiz, right? And there will be a countdown timer. Wait, let me turn it on first. There'll be a countdown timer, right? So you will have about 30 minutes or 35, somewhere there. Once the timer runs out, then you will automatically end the quiz. So let me just turn it on one more time because some of you have somewhat get blocked or something. Okay, let me just turn it on right now. Hold on. I think wait how come cannot load Is it because too many people are trying to click the button? Yes, it's on already. Students, I tell you what, I'll give you one last chance to do it right now. Okay, I'm still going to go through the answers, but I'm going to take definitely longer than you. I'm definitely going to take longer than you to go through the answers. So by the time you finish your quiz, I haven't even went through all the answers yet. Okay? So if you still want to do it right now, go ahead. You can do it right now, but you will miss out on the explanation. Because right now I'm going to explain how to do the questions. You're most likely going to miss out the explanation, right? But it's okay. Watch the recording. Can? All right. So the quiz is on right now. Click and go into the quiz and start your quiz right now because I'm going to have to turn it off before I start explaining. I'm going to have to turn the button off. Nobody can go in anymore. Understand? Okay, I give you 10 more seconds. 10 seconds to click the start button, get into your quiz. Then I'm going to turn it off already. 10, 9, 8. Now, while waiting for the countdown, everyone click on the like button now. And of course, don't forget to share. Very good, students. Like and share. Then after that, you can claim your bonus points. Okay, students? So let's take a look at the count. I'm going to turn off the button now. And from now on, nobody can click that button anymore. 3, 2, 1. The button is off. Okay, I think it's going to turn off very soon. I've just clicked it. It's loading. I think some of you are, I think there's quite a few people going to do the quiz right now. So that's why it's lagging or something. I'm not sure why, but maybe it could be the reason why. All right. That's why I always tell you all to do it. That's why I warned you all last week. You should do the quiz before lesson, right? Okay, so I think yes, it has been turned off. The button is turned off now. Nobody can click the quiz anymore. So students, let's get started with our final lesson of the Math Mastery Online series in 2025. Let's take a look at our worksheet. Okay, so how do we do this, everybody? They ask you, how many ways are there to distribute 11 bananas to 3 monkeys? And what is the rule? The rule said that they say that each monkey must have at least 1 banana. I did the quiz but then reset everything. Huh? Really? I could do the quiz before one of the... Yeah. Correct, Yingqi. Didn't get to finish it. Oh, why you reset everything? Hope no one removes my number 2. Yeah, Yingqi, it wasn't blocked, right? I mean, there are people who can do it. That means it was not blocked. Okay, but since some of them say that they have technical issue, I'll just give one last chance. Anyway, right now, they are already started and we are going through the answers right now, right? They will never be able to copy our answers because they are on a timer, countdown timer. If they wait for me to give the answer, the timer will run out already. So don't worry. Okay, students? All right, they can use 2 devices. No, it's okay. What? They can use 2 devices. I'm slower than them. See, even right now, I'm just talking to you. I'm not even explaining anything yet, right? They cannot spare the time to wait for me to give the answer. If they wait for me to give the answer, I think the whole quiz will be over. They only answer like half of it only. Understand? So they will never beat you, don't worry. Okay? That's why I dare to let them do it now. Because they will never be able to wait for my answer. Okay, students. How many ways are there to distribute 11 bananas to 3 monkeys? And each monkey must have at least 1 banana. So students, what method are we going to use to do this? If you know, can you type in the chat, please? Huh? You cannot see the questions. What do you mean? The timer doesn't work. Huh? Uh, I tell you what, because right now I think everyone is trying to do it at the same time. So maybe it's lagging. Okay? Maybe it's lagging. That's why the timer doesn't work. But just try your best to do it. If you can't do it right, then it is how many people did MMOS? Few hundred people did the quiz. Okay? So for those of you who cannot do it, I tell you what. Um why not, if you still cannot do it, you take a picture of what you're seeing. Take a picture of whatever error you're seeing, okay? And submit your answers. Uh, okay, for those of you, we still need to announce the results by today. So for those of you who did not do it before the class, I'm trying my best to help you, but if it can't be done, then it can't be done. Because there are people who already successfully did the quiz even before class, right? So if let's say you had trouble doing the quiz before that, you should have come to us to explain that there's some problem. But if you did not send any messages to us and ask, what's the problem? I'm having a technical issue. So if you don't report your technical issue, we also cannot help you, right? Okay, because I already warned you to do the quiz before class, right? So if you can't do it, means you can't do it. I cannot help you anymore. I have to go through the questions already, okay? Okay, so this we need to use stars and bars method. So what is the meaning of stars and bars? Okay, let me draw the stars and I'm going to draw 11 stars. So let me tell you something, students. The stars represent 11 bananas. Okay, and how are you going to distribute it among 3 monkeys? Students, you just need to draw 2 bars. So for example, if I draw a bar here and I draw a bar here, then that means monkey A will get 4 bananas, right? Monkey B is gonna get 3 bananas. And monkey C is gonna get 4 bananas. And that's what we call the stars and bars method. So let me write down stars and bars. So I've drawn stars and I've drawn some bars. Okay, students? Now, there are so many different ways to distribute your bananas depending on where you draw the bars. So for example, I draw the bars like that. That means monkey A has 2 banana, monkey B has 1 banana, and monkey C has a lot of bananas, 8 bananas, right? So depend on where you draw your bars. Different monkey will have different bananas. But do you notice something? Every single monkey will have at least one banana. Correct or not? At least one banana. So the question is this, students. How many bars are you going to draw? If you have three monkey, right, you're supposed to draw two bars. So if you have three monkeys, you're supposed to draw two bars. Where are you going to draw your bar? How many different ways are there for you to draw your bar? Well, let's see. Where can I put my first bar? I can put it here, or here, or here, or here, or here, here. There are 10 different places. Let me write it down, okay? Number of ways. There are 10 different places for me to put my first bar. And then, now let's say you already put your first bar here. Where can you put your second bar? How many spaces are there left? Well, maybe you can put it here, or here, or here, or here. That means there are 9 different places that you can put your second bar. So how many ways are there altogether? There are 90 ways, and the answer is wrong. Uh-oh, students. Does anyone have the correct answer? Why is this wrong? Do you know the correct answer or not, students? If you know the correct answer, can you type it in the chat? Okay, So, this is wrong because when you draw two bars, let me ask you a question. This is bar A and this is bar B. Do you think it matters which bar comes first? It doesn't matter, right or not? Whether you draw bar A first, then followed by B, or B followed by A, it doesn't matter what, right? So right now, when you take 10 times 9, you know what you're doing or not? You are counting both scenarios, A, B, and B, A. So if I don't want to count both scenarios, what should I do? Since there's two possible scenarios, let me just take 10 times 9, divide by 2, and the answer is 45. There are 45 ways to draw my bars. So that is the answer. There are 45 ways to distribute 11 bananas to 3 monkeys. Very good, NG, Aran. Jolene, Bima, Berrybella. Who else? Ivy, Chrislyn, Macy, you got it. Well done. Okay, let's try question number 2. Question number 2. Students, if you have an answer, go and feel free to type it into the chat. So let's take a look at question 2. Everyone, do you notice something? How many fractions are there with a denominator of 2? 1. How many fractions are there with a denominator of 3? 1, 2. How many fractions have a denominator of 4? 1, 2, 3. Denominator. So do you notice that we have one fraction with denominator 2? Two fractions with denominator 3. 3 fractions with denominator 4. And it goes on and on and on until you will have how many fractions? 19 fractions with the denominator of 20. Okay? So with this, what kind of pattern can we spot, students? Wow, so many of you are typing the answer. Very good, students. Okay, let me continue. First, you notice that this is half, right? 1 over 2. Next, you notice that this gives you 1. Followed by what is this? 1.5. I think by now you can already start to see a pattern, right? But do you know something? There's an even better pattern. Instead of half plus 1 plus 1.5, do you know what I can do? Why not I rewrite it 2 over 2 and 3 over 2. Continue all the way until 19 over 2. How do I know that this is the pattern? Because let me show you. 1, 1, right? 2, 2, 3, 3. Can you see all the way until 19? That's how we do it. That's the fastest way to do it. So you write equal sign. The denominator is 2, right? So you write 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way until 19. So how do you add? We are going to use Gauss summation, okay? The first number plus the last number multiplied by, how many numbers do you have? 19. divide by 2. Now, this will give you 20. 1 plus 19 is 20. So let's cancel. Divide by 2, you get 10. Divide this by 2, you get 5. So the answer is 5 times 19. 85. Very good. Let's see who got it correct. Well done. I can see that. Sorry, not 85. It's not 85. Oh, yes, I think it's. Wait, let me check. It's 885, is it? So is the question on the website different? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry, students. The question on the website is different. Let me check what is the correct one. Huh? It's until 60, right? Let me check. Huh? Is it until denominator 60? Because I'm doing until 20. I think I printed a different version of it. Just let me check for a while. I'm checking right now. Because mine is until 20, you see. Maybe on the website is until what? Until 60, is it? Is it until 60? So if it is until 60, okay, let's just do both lah, okay? Let's just do both. If it is until 60, it's still not going to change much. 2 over 2, 3 over 2, all the way until 59 over 2. Then the only difference is this part, which is 1 plus 59 times 59 over 2 divided by 2. So then this will give me 60, then you divide by 2, you get 30, divide by 2 again, you get 15. So it's 15 times 59, right? So if we have 15 times 59, the answer is 885. Okay? The answer is 885. Very good. I can see so many of you getting it correct. Well done. Let me check. Who got it correct? Ashmita, then Aran, you got it. If Alvaro, you got it. Now, if the answer is 20, wait, Adina, Beribella, Bima, you got it correct. Jolene, well done. Now, for those of you who use until 20, let's see what answer we get. So, if we have 5 times 19, we will get the answer 95. So, if you follow my worksheet, okay, if you look at my worksheet, it is 95. But if you follow what is said in the quiz, the answer is 85, 885. Both are, I mean, on the quiz, you must give this answer. In the quiz, you must give this answer. Okay? So, but the method is the same. It's just a different number only. All right, very good students. Looks like a lot of you also got 95, right? Bima, very good. Who else got 95? So many of you. Elvero, NG, uh, Yingqi also, Arjuna Vasanti, very nice. Very nice. Okay, good job. All right, let's try question number 3. The square ABCD has an area of 24 cm squared. E is a point on AB such that AE to EB is 4 is to 3. Okay, let's write down. 4 is to 3. F, G, H, and I are the midpoints. Okay, so all these are all midpoints. So what is a midpoint? That means they are in the middle. They are in the middle of the line. Okay, that means this length and this length must be the same because F is a midpoint, right? Now, DE, CF, DE, CF, CE, and EG. Okay, so find the area of GHI. Students, they want us to find GHI, this tiny little triangle in the middle, okay? So, how should we do that? If you have the answer, feel free to type it in the chat, all right? Now, before we solve this, we need to understand the concept. Okay, if I were to draw a triangle that looks like this and I slice it into half. No need to be half. Let me just slice it into 2. Do you notice that there's 2 triangles A and B? Now, obviously, the base of each triangle is different. Maybe this is 5 and this is 2. But the height are the same. The height is 90 degrees to the base. So, everyone, if you realize that two triangles have the same height, then you must know that it is very easy to find the area. Why? As long as two triangles have the same height, how do you find the area? All you need to do is look at the base. So when you look at the base, this is 2, right? That means it is 2 units. And this is 5. That means it is 5 units. So students, the ratio of the base is equal to the ratio of the area as long as the height is the same. So then, if I were to draw two triangles with the same height and also the same base, okay, let's say these two triangles have the same base. Guess what? That means the area is totally the same. Okay? So, given this understanding, okay, first, I think let's look at this triangle first. The biggest one. Let's look at this triangle first. Now, everyone, if you look at this big triangle, will you agree with me that it is half of the square? Definitely, let me show you why it is half of the square, okay? Okay, let's say we have a square. And let's draw a triangle inside it. Students, if I were to just draw a line here, don't you agree with me that this and this have the same area? And this are also the same? Which means that this is half. That triangle is half of this side. And this triangle is half of this side. That means the entire triangle is half of the square. Okay, students? So the first thing we can write down is the area of the triangle EDC is half of the square, okay, which is 12 cm square. So we have already found the area of the blue triangle. Now, what is next? Come, let's zoom in. Now, I would like you to compare this triangle with this triangle. What do you notice, everybody? Let me draw the height for you. 90 degrees. This is the height. Where's the base? Base and base. Do you notice that the pink triangle and the blue triangle, they have the same height and the same base, which means they have the same area, okay? So they have the same area. What else? Okay, that means we already know that this triangle has an area of 6, okay, which is EDC divided by 2. This pink triangle has an area of 6. Now I want you to compare this and this. Isn't it still the same thing? This is the base, this is the base, same base, and the height. 90 degrees to the base. So both of them have the same base and the same height. So again, it is half. And what else? Then finally you compare this and you compare this. Can't you see that it is half again? Because the base is here, same base and same height, 90 degrees. And finally again, same base and then same height. So these two triangles have the same area again. Okay, so let's see what is the final answer. We already know that this is 12. Then this is 6. Okay, 6. This is 6. Then if you continue going deeper again, keep on dividing by 2, then you realize that this is 3. Then you divide by 2 again. This is 1.5. And finally, you divide by 2 again, and you will get the final answer. So let's write down area of the triangle GHI equals to 12 divide by 2 divide by 2. How many times you want to divide by 2? Divide by 2. Basically, we're supposed to divide by 16. Okay? So when you simplify, we'll get 3/4 cm squared. Ta-da! Wow, not easy, right? Okay, let's see. Who got the correct answer? Let me see. Chrislyn, very nice. Yingqi, oh yeah, 0.74. You use calculator, is it? Oh, Yingqi 0.75, correct. Aran, got it. Why is the system so problematic? Oops. I understand your frustration. Okay, replying to this. Okay. Bima, you got it correct. Xiaoting, very good. Yingqi, Aran, yes. Ashmita, you got it correct as well. Well done, students. Okay. Let's see. Angie also, very good. Very Bella, you got it correct. Sabrina, well done. Okay, now let's try question number 4. Students, look, I'm going to take out my calculator now. Students, do you know that there are 3 special numbers that can be divided by any group of 6 digits? Okay, let me show you. If I have a group of 6 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you know that this number, oh wait, sorry, yeah. Do you know that, wait, do you know that this number can be divided by 7? Yes. It can also be divided by 13. Yes. It also can be divided by 37. Students, whenever you see a group of 6 repeated numbers, digits, you will be able to divide it by 7, 13, and 37. These are 3 very special numbers, 7, 13, 37. It will always be divisible by it can always divide a group of 6 digits, repeated digits. So if you go back to your worksheet, right, you just need to tell yourself that 37 divides any group of 6 repeated. Okay, let me show you 777. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divide by 37. Can you see? It is divisible. So we say 37 divides any group of 6 digits. So uh, that means if you take 2023 divide by 6, remainder is 1. Which means that you can actually divide the first 2022 digits. But there's only a remainder of 1 last digit. Therefore, we'll say that the remainder must be 7 when you divide it by 37. Okay, so let me explain one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first 2022 digits can be divided by 37. Okay, but this cannot be divided by 37. So when you take the entire thing and you divide by 37, this whole thing will be divisible. But this is the only thing that is not divisible, so the remainder must be 7. Done! This was an easy one, okay? Anyone have any questions about this? Who else got the correct answer? Yes. Wow, I saw someone typing Xiaoting, 7, 13, and 37. Correct. Very special, okay? 142857. Okay, 142857 is actually a cyclic number. Very nice. Cyclic number. Now, students, why do we call this a cyclic number? When you multiply 142857 by 1, then obviously you get 142857, right? But if you multiply by 2, you get 285714. Multiply by 3, you get 428571. Then you get 571428. Then you get 714285. And finally, you get 857142. So this is a cyclic number. Why do you call it cyclic? Because do you notice that the number keep on repeating? 142857. No matter what, you can find 142857. Are you ready? 142857. 142857. Okay, what else? 142857. 142857. And finally, 142857. And when you multiply by 7, it becomes 999999. So let's do it. 142857 times 2. Can you see? Times 3. Can you see? Times 4. Can you see? Hey, sorry, wrong. 142857 times 4. Can you see? 10 times 5. See? 7, 7 14285. And finally, you times 6. 857142. Then can you times 7? You get 999999. So it works. This is a cyclic number, very unique. But anyway, what we are doing here is not cyclic number. We are just trying to let you know that any group of 7 repeated digits can always be divisible by 7, 13, and 37. Special numbers, okay? Indriani, you got it correct. HC, Yingqi, very good. Ashmita, very good. Uh, 7, I look for pattern. Oh, no need to look for pattern. Very Bella, very nice. You got it correct. Anyone else? That's it? All right. Okay, let's do question number 5. It is assumed that the audience joining the queue does so at a constant rate. Now, students, let's say you are at a queue and you're entering a concert and the doors open at 7 p.m., but you're already there at 6:45. Now, if you are standing there, do you realize that as you are standing there waiting for the door to open, do you know that more people will still come and queue up behind you? More and more and more people are coming. Correct or not? So if that's the case, then that's why they say that what's that called? Uh the audience is joining the queue at a constant rate. So that means the queue is getting longer and longer at a constant rate. Okay? Now, if 3 admission gates are open, so let's say this is scenario number 1. The queue will be clear at 7:44, and if scenario number 2, 5 gates are open, the queue is cleared at 7:40. Now, the first person started queuing at this timing. So find what is this timing. We're supposed to find the timing, okay? So why not we let 1 unit be the number of people entering each gate per minute. So every minute, 1 unit of people can enter the gate. So you ask yourself, in scenario number 1, what is the total number of people that got through the gate? You started at 7:35, right? The gate opened at 7:35. You finish at 7:44. Now, how many minutes is this? 9 minutes. And how many minutes is this? 5 minutes. So in 9 minutes, you ask yourself, in 9 minutes, you have 3 gates. 27 units of people enter the gate. Now, what about scenario number 2? You have how many minutes? 5 minutes, 5 gates. Total 25 units of people enter the gate. Then you ask yourself, how come? Why is it that there's a difference? 2 units difference. Okay, do you realize that this 2 unit difference happens in 4 minutes? Because there's a difference in 4 minutes. 9 minutes minus 5 minutes. 9 and 5, the difference is 4. And the difference is 2 units. Which means that, how do you find the number of people joining the queue? The rate of growth of the queue. How fast is the queue getting longer? You take these 2 units, divide by 4 minutes. You realize that it is half a unit per minute. Which means that even when people are entering the concert hall, still there's more people joining the back of the queue, which is half a unit of people every single minute is joining the queue. Okay? Now that you have found the rate of growth of the queue, you can find the original length of the queue. Now, how do you find the original queue length? Let's look at scenario number 1. There are 3 gates that are open, 9 minutes in order to clear the queue. But don't forget, this includes those people who are just joining in the queue. So let's minus away during the 9 minutes. During these 9 minutes, right, how many people join the queue? These are the new people who are joining the queue, and these are the new people who are joining the queue. So when you write an equal sign, right, you realize that this is the old original length of the queue. Original length of the queue. Now, there's another way to find the length of the queue. 5 times 5. Scenario number 2. Minus, during these 5 minutes, how many people came to join your queue? No matter how you calculate, you will still get this answer. So this is the original length of the queue before the doors open. Okay? Let me explain one more time. Why are you minusing this? These are all the new people who are just joining the queue even when the gate has already opened. So I do not want to include all these new people. Okay? All right. So, no, half a unit, not half a people. Tony, I'm not going to cut people into half, okay? So it's half a unit, huh? So the original length of the queue is 22 and a half units. So how many minutes? Number of minutes. Okay. How many minutes did the queue take to form? You just do this, divide by the growth, the rate of growth. You realize that it took 45 minutes for the queue to form. So 7:35 a.m. minus 45 minutes. You started queuing at 6:50 a.m. So what is ABC? ABC 650. So what is the question asking? So this is 650. What is A minus B plus C? A minus B plus C. Answer is 1. Very good. Bima, you got it. Who else? 650. Adina, 650 is correct. Very good. Angie, Yingqi, well done, students. You got it correct. So many of you writing 1 as well. Celtic. Ivy, very good. Ashmita, Bima, you got it correct. Well done, students. So what topic is this, by the way? Barry Bella, HC, you got it correct. What topic is this? This is called green pasture problems. Green pasture problems. Okay? All right. Now, let's take a look at question number 6. A new operation is defined as this. Actually, I saw someone asking me a question. Oh my God, Xiao Ting, Rickroll everyone. Okay, Yingqi asked me a question. You made a bonus claim. Oh yeah, sorry. Students, you know what? Because we are supposed to announce the final scores today, right? So we will not be able to have time to have bonus claim anymore. So we will just announce whatever scores we have at this point in time. Okay? Okay, let's look at a new operation. Is defined as this. Given that you have this equals to 2 and a 2 over 3. Find the value of this. Wow, looks complicated enough, but students, whenever you come across such a question, you just cool down, take a deep breath, cool down, do it step by step, right? Your brain can only process one thing at a time. So don't get confused by all the different things. Let's just follow it one step at a time, okay? So we will just focus on this first. Okay, let's focus on this. How do you get 2 circle 1? Okay, let's write down 2 circle 1, okay? 2 circle 1. You just pretend that this is A, pretend that this is B, and follow the formula. Can you see this formula here? 1 over AB. AB means A times B, okay? Plus what? 1 over A plus 1 multiplied by B plus 1. Simplify everything, get 1 over 2 plus what? 1 over 3 times 2. Isn't it 1 over 6? Hold on. 3. Oh, there's an X. Ay, 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 ay. There's an X. Sorry. There is an X. Don't be careless. Okay, luckily I realized it. A plus 1, B plus X. Okay, okay, B plus X, equals to 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 times 1 plus X. So what is 3 times 1 plus x? Never mind, let's just leave it like that first. Okay. Now, um, they say that the outcome is actually 2/3, right? They say the outcome is 2/3. So if this is equal to 2/3, let's write it down. This whole thing is equal to 2/3. So why not we just minus half both sides? Minus both sides, you get 1 over 3, 1 plus x, equal to 2/3 minus half, 1 over 6. Then, why not we try to multiply by 3, both sides. So if you multiply by 3, you simplify this become half, and you cancel this out, right? So you end up with, actually, you know what? No need to be so complicated. Can you see from here that 1 over 6 is 3 times 2? What does it mean? That means 1 plus x equal to 2 already, right? So x equal to 1. Okay, we found the value of x. So now we know that x equals to 1. That means the formula is 1. So this is supposed to be 1. Okay? So they're asking you to figure out what is this out. Figure this out. So let me try to figure this out. We'll start with 202 and 203. 202, 203. 1 over 202 times 203 plus 1 over 202 plus 1. 202 plus 1. Okay, you see here? Plus 1 and plus 1, right? You just need to plus 1, okay? So let's just say 203 times 204. Actually, this is pretty simple, right, students? If we were to do this, we just need to make the denominator the same. Okay? Wait, 1 over 1 times. Okay, students, can you see what happens here? How are you going to add this together? How do we add this together? 1 over 1 minus 1 over 2. This is equal to 1 over 1 minus 1 over 2. This is equal to 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. Correct or not? Then this is equal to 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. What will happen? You cancel this out. You end up with the first and the last digit. The first and last term. So we can do the same thing here, everyone. Do you notice that this is 1 over 202 minus 1 over 203 plus 1 over 203 minus 1 over 204? Then you cancel this out. What do you get? 1 over 202 plus 1 over 204. So all you need to do is make the denominator the same. 202, 202 times 204. Okay lah. Sorry, it's minus, careless. It's minus, students. Okay, so we do this 204 minus 202. 202 times 204. So the answer is 2 over what? Let me simplify something first. Okay, let's say this whole thing is 2, right? So let's just divide this. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 101. What will you get? You end up with 1 over 101 times 204. So if you take 101 times 204, you get 20604, and that is the final answer. But this is not the final answer yet. The question is asking 1 over this. Okay, so the final answer is 1 over this. Then you just need to flip it upside down. And this is your final answer. Wow, quite long, students. Quite long. Should be what's the maximum score? 2000 is the maximum score. Ashmita, you got it correct. Who else got it? Who else? Oh, Indriani, you got it technically correct, but you forgot to flip it upside down. Ingqi, you got it correct. Bima, very good. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Not bad, huh? Not bad, students. Who else? Angie. Wow, very interesting the way you wrote it. 1/1/2 20606. Supposed to be 20604, right? Hey, C got it correct. Arjuna, very good. Angie, very good. Very Bella, very well done. Edina, well done. Same, the same rank. Ah, yeah, same rank. That's good. Hey, C, you got it correct. What's the answer to Cheryl's birthday riddle? Isn't, if I remember correctly, it was June, right? One of the dates in June. Yeah, I remember that riddle, but I forgot what dates they gave already. Maybe next year we can do Cheryl's birthday question. Hmm? Okay, let's do question number 7, everyone. Okay, for question 7, we have to find the angles A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G. Okay, so let's take a look. How do we find it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why not we label some of the angles here? Okay, let me call this X. Let me call this Y. And let me call this Z. X, Y, and Z. Now, if you look at angle X, okay, let's look at angle X first. From angle X, whenever you look at a quadrilateral, any quadrilateral, so I want you to look at this quadrilateral. Do you realize that in order to find angle X, right? Because the quadrilateral has a total angle of 360 degrees. So how do you find angle X? You take 360 minus B, C, and D. That is how you find angle X. What about angle Y? How do you find angle Y, students? You just need to, can you see this is a straight line? If this is a straight line, you just take 180 minus X. That is how you find angle Y. Okay? Now, what is, so if I know that this is X, right? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 180 minus this. Isn't this X? So what will happen, students? Whenever you have negative and negative, it gives you positive. But how come, why have you ever heard have you ever heard anyone tell you that, have you ever heard anyone tell you that negative and negative gives you positive? How come? Okay, let me show you something, okay? I do not want to not join MMOS. So students, if I say this, right, do I want to join MMOS or I do not want to join MMOS? Do you realize that the not and the not will cancel out each other? That means you want to join MMOS, right? So negative and negative give you positive. In fact, students, as long as you see the same sign, negative, negative, positive, positive, you always end up with positive. But if the sign is a different sign, oh, then the answer is negative. Understand? So when you have a negative here, negative and negative, you get positive. Okay, so anyway, you get negative 360 first, then you get positive B, positive C, positive D. Okay? Okay, so of course, if you take this minus this, you end up with negative 180 lah. Negative 180 degrees. So this is what we have right now. Next, how to find angle Z? Angle Z. Angle Z, students, do you notice where is angle Z or not? It is over here, right? Do you know that angle Z equal to angle A plus angle E? Can somebody type in the chat Why? Well, how do I know that angle Z equal to angle A plus angle E? What kind of rule? What kind of rule am I using? Oh, I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed, but because the computer is reflecting my image, so it looks like this is my left hand, but actually this is my right hand. But you know something about left-handed people? You are very creative, and also your right brain is very strong, right? Left-handed people, very good, y'all. And I realized that when I play tennis, the left-handed people tend to be more skilled. You know, I got it wrong in quiz here at 360. Oops. So students, why is it that Z equals to A plus E? Okay, whenever you see a triangle here and you extend a line here, I'm going to call this the exterior angle. And the exterior angle is always equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Okay, students? Okay, exterior angle equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So that's why we say that angle Z is actually a exterior angle of the triangle. So which triangle am I talking about? I'm talking about this triangle here. I'm talking about this triangle here. Okay? I'm talking about this triangle. So angle Z is an exterior angle. You just take A plus E. Done. Z equals to A plus E. Okay? So if you know that Z equals to A plus E, now what else are we trying to find? So now, okay, we already know angle Z. We already know how to find angle X. And we already know how to find angle Y. Now I want everybody to focus on this quadrilateral. When you focus on this quadrilateral, you realize that the total sum is 360 degrees. Y plus Z plus G plus F. 360 equal to Y plus Z plus G plus F. Okay, what is Y? We already found this is Y. This is Y. So let's write down Y. Y. This is Y. Then plus Z. Z is equal to A plus E, by the way. Then plus, oh, that's it. Okay, this is 360 equals to Y plus Z plus G plus F, which is equals to this, right? This is Y. Wait, this is Y, right? And this is Z, right? A plus E is Z plus G plus F. So, what? Oh, sorry, they don't need G and F. Hey, they don't need G and F. So why do I add G and F? What am I doing? Why should I add G and F? Um, wait, Y plus Z. Why am I adding G and F? Y plus Z is 180 what? Then I don't need G and F. Eh? Is it parallel? Oh, it's not a parallelogram. Y, G and F. A plus B plus C. Oh, sorry. They're asking for EFG. They're asking for EFG also. So I do need my E and F and G. Okay, so students, what is A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G? Well, you just need to take 360 plus 180 equal to 540. There we go. Ramsey's theory, pigeonhole, really? Oh, wow. What is this? Trying to sell thing. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, you're solving the Cheryl's birthday, is it? Using pigeonhole, is it? Very good. That's correct, Very good, All right, now let's do our final question of the day. A, B, and C walked up an upward escalator at 12, 10, and 6 steps respectively. Steps per second or steps per minute. I think there's a missing word here. Okay, sorry. In 12, 10, or 6 steps respectively. Archie ran down the escalator twice as fast as he walked up, taking 30 steps to reach the bottom. Okay, so the escalator is going up. So when you run down, that means you're fighting against the escalator. How many of you actually done this before? Ah, I bet everybody have done this before in your life, right, students? I don't believe nobody have tried walking against the escalator before. So anyway, this guy, again, they are running back down, fighting against the escalator to go back down. And he ran twice as fast, taking 30 steps to reach the bottom. If the ratio of the time taken by Beatrice to Carlos to ascend the escalator is m is to n, find m plus n. Let Archie's, okay, why not we let Archie speed? Okay, let A be Archie speed. Let A be Archie speed and let E be the escalator speed. Now, do you agree that the distance going up the escalator is equal to the distance going down the escalator? Common sense, right? So obviously the distance up and the distance down is the same. So let's calculate the distance up. The question already says that he took 12 steps to climb up the escalator. But 12 steps is done by who? Done by the person, the human. But do you know that when you're going up the escalator is helping you? It is not your own effort. It is your effort, the human. This is you, the human effort, plus the robot or the machine, plus the machine's effort, which is the escalator's effort. So you must ask yourself, how much is the escalator helping you? Okay? So what I want to say is that the escalator is going to be helping you as well, right? So if Archie's speed is A and the escalator speed is E, then I'm going to tell you that when you take 12 steps divided by your speed, if you take 12 steps divided by your speed, what is this? Distance divided by speed equals time. So you're finding time right now, right? Then you multiply the time by the speed of the escalator. So time multiplied by the speed of the escalator equal to the distance traveled by the escalator. That means the escalator is helping you. So this is the distance that the escalator helped you. So total, you reach the top. When you add them together, you reach the top. Okay, now you want to come down, right? You want to come down. Good luck. You're fighting against the escalator. Again, you take 30 steps. The question already say you take 30 steps to come down, right? But don't forget to minus. Why minus? Because the escalator is fighting against you. You're going the opposite direction. So let's minus away the time taken on the escalator times the speed of the escalator. This is the total number of steps. Total number of steps that the escalator fight against you. Fighting against you. So these two things should be equal when you add them together. Okay? So if we try to solve this, okay, let's try to solve this, students. Firstly, we can just get rid of the escalator speed. Sorry, cannot. Sorry, cannot. I thought we can just cancel out. Cannot. Let me see. Now let's simplify the fraction. Okay, let's write 12 plus 12 times the escalator divided by a. 30 minus 30 times the escalator divided by a. Okay. So if that's the case, why not I just move this? I move this over to the other side. Okay, let's move this over to the other side. And I'm going to move this over to this side. Now, whenever you move something from one side to another side, the sign is going to change. The sign is going to change, all right? So, hold on. Oh, he ran down the escalator twice as fast. Stop. Stop. Need to write 2 here. So simplify this, become 15. Because he ran down the escalator at 2 times the speed. So I take 2 times A. I almost forgot that. Okay, so I bring it over. I get 27E over A equal to 12 plus 12 minus 30 minus 12, 18. So what do you end up with? E over A equals to, okay, let's just divide by 27. Get rid of the 27, divide by 27, get 18 over 27. And if you simplify this, is 2 over 3. So now we know the ratio of the escalator speed. compared to Archie's speed, which is 2:3, right? So they're asking you, what's the ratio of the time taken? I think we better find how many steps are there on this escalator first. Number of steps on the escalator. Well, the number of steps is pretty simple, isn't it? This is the total number of steps on the escalator already. Or if you want, you can use this. Both of them will give you the number of steps on the escalator. So why not I just use 12 plus 12u, not u, sorry, 12e escalator over a g, right? So that will give me 12 plus 12 times e over a, e over a. So what's the answer? 20. There are 20 steps on the escalator. Okay? Now, I don't know how fast is the escalator traveling, but let's assume one step. Assume that the speed of the escalator equal to one step per second. Okay, why am I assuming this? Because the question is asking me, what are they asking you? They're asking you to find the ratio of time taken by Beatrice to Carlos in order to ascend the escalator. Okay, so we can just assume that the escalator is one step per second. Then we can calculate the time taken by Beatrice and the time taken by Carlos. So let's do it. Time taken by Beatrice. If you want to find the time taken, you take the number of steps of the escalator minus the steps taken by taken by Beatrice. Because they already said that Beatrice took 10 steps. This is Beatrice. Carlos took 6 steps. So I'm minusing away the steps taken by Carlos because I do not want to count the human. I only want to measure how many steps does the escalator take. So if I minus away the steps taken by the human, I know that the total steps here are the steps taken by the machine divided by 1. Why am I dividing by 1? Because the speed of the escalator, I assume, is 1 step per second. So now I'm taking distance divided by speed. Then I can find the time. Correct or not? 10 seconds. Time taken by Carlos equals to 20 escalator step minus the steps taken by Carlos divide by 1. 14. So what's the ratio? The ratio is 10:14. Simplify 5:7. So the question asks what is n plus n equals to 12. Ooh, what a long question, but very interesting. Let's see who got it correct, okay? Wow, Ashmita got it correct. Yingqi also, 12. Correct. Very good, students. Ashmita, Yingqi, then who else? How is it 95? Why you all still at that question, man? Lima, HC, very good. You got it. Well done, students. All right, we have completed our worksheet. So now let me just check whether Mr. Terry Chu is ready so that he can announce the winners, okay? How did some people get more than 2,000? Let me check. I'm going to refresh the page. Okay, let me refresh the page. Okay, let's take a look at the website first. Oh, Team Thor is with 71,000 points. Hulk, then Wolverine and America. Okay, just hold on. Let me see whether I can call Mr. Terry Chu. Who has more than 2,000? Terry? Oh, no, he's not here. I don't know where he is. William from Indonesia, you got 2,100 points. How do you do that? William, are you here? How do you get 2,100? The maximum is 2,000.